Are we live? The fuck? Oh, there we go. Greetings, everybody. Thank you for joining us in another edition of episode 10. Episode 10 of Who Gave You a Podcast, man. My name is Jay Red.
Hey, it's your man CJ Williams, man. What's popping?
Hey, man, we got these fresh cuts. I see somebody lined you up today,
Hey,
didn't they?
listen, I'm a problem fresh out the chair. I need everybody to understand that.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man.
Problem.
Oh, yeah. So, y'all, this is episode 10. And not only is it episode 10, but this is the year-end wrap-up, year-end review, whatever you want to call it, okay? So that means that we're going to be going over what we love, what we hated, album of the year, all that stuff. We're just doing a recap. You know how Skills and Uncle Murder do their year-end review, year-end wrap-up? That's pretty much what we're doing here. So if you joined us last year, you know that's one of the big times we went viral because of CJ and his hating on Kendrick Lamar. So hopefully he doesn't do that this year. So we're gonna make sure that we do it the right way this time. Hopefully he don't say any crazy stuff.
I would never.
Yeah, before we begin, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. You can do it. We're live on Red's View right now, and we're live on Who Gave You a Podcast. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Follow us on the socials. One thing too, we are reading comments today. However, if you want your comment read, hit the super chat. If you want your comment read tonight, please hit the super chat. Once you hit the super chat, we will add your stuff and we will read it and talk about that. All right. So without any further ado, and let me say it again, if you want your comment read, we will read it, but just hit the super chat. That's all we're asking.
That's all.
So without any further ado, let's go ahead, man. Let's start it off, CJ. Let's start it off with the album of the year, the album of 2025. CJ, I'm gonna start with you. What you got?
Hold on real quick. It's showing in vertical on both of the feeds.
It's showing two videos.
Okay.
You got one vertical and then another horizontal.
Okay, bet. Y'all let us know if we good out here in these streets.
Yeah, because they got this new feature now to where it shows both vertical and horizontal.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
So you probably could, because if you look on the page, it's two videos, or it should
Gotcha.
be two videos. Yeah.
That's what's up. We lit. All right, talk to me. Don't be. We doing the album of the year. We kicking it off. We
kicking it off with the album of the year. Album of the year.
Shit. All right, let's get to it. Listen, y'all. When we're talking album of the year, at this point, there's so much shit that comes out. There's some stuff that I heard that maybe you haven't. There's stuff that you heard and maybe I haven't. So I like to say these are my favorite. I ain't saying that the whole world needs to be talking about the one album I'm talking about. It's just too much shit.
I'm glad you said that. CJ.
Yes.
And not your cousin who made an album in underground hip hop. We're mainly talking about our favorites or mainstream. The
mainstream.
Most popular. Yeah,
for sure.
Mainstream. Go ahead.
With that being said, I had a top three. I loved TDE, what they did with Ray Vaughn, The Good, the Bad, the Dollar Menu came out early this year. Of course, he was a little bit more infamous for his beef with Joey Badass, but I thought he put out a very solid project on an otherwise pretty low-key year for TDE. And then second, I've got Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo 2. I'm a big Freddie Gibbs fan. I'm an even bigger Alchemist fan. That sound is right up my alley. It was this close to beating Alfredo 1, and that was a super high bar. And then lastly, my favorite album of the year that I have spun the most this year is Wale, Everything Is a Lot. I'm really fucking with that. Like, I am a big Wale guy. I thought the last one or two were kind of like, it was a little iffy. This one, I think this is where he needs to live, in my opinion. Yeah. I like the flipped 90s, 2000 samples done creatively, not lazily.
Facts.
Done creatively.
Facts.
And in that lane that he is talking about the relationship, the baby mom, all that. I'm here for all that. It just worked for me. It worked for where I'm at in life right now. Right. And sometimes that's just the timing of how things go. If he'd have dropped this when I was 20, it probably wouldn't have went over my head. But as a grown-ass man, Everything Is a Lot is my favorite album this year. I'm not even gonna lie. I've spun it like crazy.
Okay. That's fair. You had some good selections. I'm to be honest, I did not listen to the Freddie Gibbs album. Oh, I tried to. That's just not my cup of tea.
Fair enough.
And then I didn't even listen to Ray Vaughn's, but he had a good year with the back and forth with Joey Badass and stuff.
Absolutely.
Like that. So that was pretty good. So shout out to Ray Vaughn. Okay, so I got a few that I was spinning this year, right? I have Ice Cube, Ice Cube dropped earlier this year. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, so his surprisingly Cardi B.
That album was fire though, bro.
That was a fire album. And then it was this is the hardest part because I spent the week trying to decide which one of these is going to be my number one album of the year.
Okay.
The runner up is Clips.
Okay. Of course.
Clips.
Fire.
Yeah. Let God sort them out. That was the contender to be the number one album of the year for me because I spun that the most. You saw it in my Apple Music stuff because it had the most streams.
You love Pusha
Now,
T.
huh?
You love Pusha T,
Yeah,
apparently.
apparently so. Right. Put and Malice because
There
Malice
you
had
go.
his own
Both of them.
section too. I guess. Yeah. But anyway, and I've never listened to Malice album in my life. But anyway, but number one for me, surprisingly, I got to give it to Wale, man.
And we did not talk. We do not know each other's answers, by the way.
Yeah, we did not. I
Yeah.
had a feeling that may have been CJ's, but now I give Wale the album of the year as well. Simply because this is the best body of work collectively that was released this year, as far as I'm concerned.
I can respect that.
Like you mentioned, the sampling was unique. It wasn't lazy, and he made the music his own. He made the original songs his own. And what I loved about this album is that all the songs flowed in together. Now there were a couple of misses for me. You know what I'm saying? I think after me personally, after corner bottles,
That's my
I
shit
could have
right there.
I could have cut the album out. No.
I know.
No,
Whoa.
hold on. Not that one. What was the one? Have you ever been loved the way that what was that one called? Like I
Uh,
love you. No, like I. I
yeah,
could
that's
have
fire. Yeah.
yeah, that's track 16. I could have stopped it right there for me,
No,
but
Ty Dolla Sign shit sliding. You
it's all right.
tripping.
It sounds like a bonus track to me. It's cool. It's cool. But yeah, everything flowed in together. Even the songs that were kind of like that Caribbean type of vibe. What was
Sure.
that one?
He's got
The
like
one,
two of them on there.
yeah, one of them I didn't care for. I don't know if that's YSF or the big one of them I really, really liked. I can't remember which one it was, but what I'm saying is the subject matter, the content, CJ, everything flowed together.
Yeah.
It's like I love Clips album, right? It's cohesive because both of those represent hip hop. Hip hop is about samples, the recreation of samples, and then hip hop is also about one producer, one rapper, y'all going in and doing your thing. Pharrell and them did that with the Clips album, but
Absolutely.
Wale mastered it. He mastered this one. This is the best Wale album, in my opinion, that I've heard. Yes, this is the
Oh.
best one. All the
Now
other
you're not
ones,
the only person to say that.
really?
And no, I actually my homeboy told me that too.
Oh wow.
And full disclosure, I'm close with Wale's DJ. Like that's my man's. And I told him that I said, bro, word on the street, like this fam best shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was
Yeah.
like, nah, like much appreciated. They put a lot of work into it. I get it. But I still have one or two over it though. But this 3, 4 at worst though. It's
Charlamagne said it's his best body of work too.
That's a little knee jerk. I got to give it some more time because Ambition is my shit. The album About Nothing is my shit,
Mhm.
and the other one with the artwork on the front, the statue joint. That shit is
Oh
crazy
yeah,
too.
the one where he had On Chill on there, right? With Jeremiah.
Yes,
Yeah, that
that
was
album is.
pretty cool. That was my favorite out up until this one, to
Mm.
be honest. But
But this
nah,
shit worked, bro.
it's
It
and
worked.
he said it. He thinks it's his best body of work. It's cohesive as fuck.
It
Like
is.
I haven't heard an album this cohesive in a while. Like you can have good songs one after the other, but this one just flowed.
They
Like
belong on the same project.
yeah, they all belong on the same project. Just he took me on a journey with this one, and I get a vibe, man. It just touches your soul. So I got to give it to Wale, man.
No doubt. I ain't
Yeah,
mad at that. That's crazy though. You got the same one. We did not go. I do not know your answer to any of these.
yeah. And I can't stand Wale as a person. I think he's a crybaby, but I do take the person out of it and just talk about the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta give it to him. Again, if you want your comment read, we will
Respect.
read them. Just hit the super chat. All right, CJ, let's move on. So
Let's go.
since we talked about the album of the year, CJ, let's talk about the most disappointing album of the year, and I'm gonna go first. Okay.
Go for it.
So when we say this is the most disappointing album of the year. Now, this is gonna be funny when I say it because I'm gonna try to make sense of it the best way I can. The most disappointing album of the year, as far as I'm concerned, is Nas and DJ Premier. Nas and DJ Premier, Light Years. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me explain why it's the most disappointing album of the year. The album is actually a good album. It's a
Mm.
solid album, right? However, the anticipation for what I expected it to sound like, I was let down. Mainly because of DJ Premier's production. I
Yeah.
feel like he fell asleep behind the wheel on this one. No songs on here are reminiscent of Nas's Light. No song on here is reminiscent of Second Childhood, New York State of Mind. Even though you have New York State of Mind 3, Third Childhood, those don't come close
Mhm.
sonically to what we've heard before. I'm talking about none of these songs. Now, CJ, this is still a good album. It does. Am
Mm.
I making sense right now? Like
No,
how?
no, you two things can be true.
Yeah,
Something can be good and also still be a letdown.
right. It was a
Yeah.
letdown production wise, but if you get past it and you just listen to, okay, it's not what I expected. Let me see what's presented to me. I'm like, I can't stop listening to this. Like, I think it's a
Yeah.
real solid album. It's just I was really let down by the production, and I feel like DJ Premier could have done better. Like we were expecting something reminiscent. And then I made a video about this. It's not about me not being a true hip hop head and all this other shit. No, because they talking about some no, it's for a certain era. If you don't like the 80s and 90s, New York rap, it ain't for you. No, fam. No.
No.
The
No.
hardcore Nas fans are saying that this ain't it. The hardcore DJ Premier fans are saying this ain't it.
Facts.
It was a letdown, but it's still a good album though. Go ahead. What's yours?
Where do you put it with his work with Hit Boy?
It's I like it better than the Magic projects.
Okay.
No, you
Okay.
know, I do like it better than that because
Okay.
Nas is rapping on this motherfucker. It's
No, for
like
sure. He
the,
is.
the content is light years. Like he's talking his shit on here,
He is.
especially that Nas and Esco, Nasir Esco shit. Like when
Yeah.
he three people rapping at the same time, phenomenal. You know, the Sun song, the one he made for the lady, Shauna, dope body of work. But I put the KD series over this one, of course. But
Gotcha.
yeah, that's why I put
Yeah,
it.
it's okay. I didn't have the expectation that everyone else did. I just didn't grow up on like Premier and Nas. It's like the Jordan and Pippen tandem that a lot of people did. I didn't have that high of expectation, so I thought it was okay. It was about what I expected. Again, my expectations weren't sky high,
Mhm,
so it was solid.
mhm.
My disappointing album of the year comes from a young guy out of Dreamville, out of Atlanta.
Oh
A
man, don't do it.
lot of high hopes coming for this guy, and I think he's a really talented artist. I thought his work on his feature on Offset shit. I thought he went crazy on there, so I was really anticipating the project. JID God does like ugly. And that's a fire title, by the way. Let me put it.
It does.
Niggas had some
It is.
fire titles this year on the low.
They did.
Um,
Yeah.
so I'll give him that. But this was a letdown, bro. Like there was so many missed opportunities on here, and like I think he needs coaching. I think the Dreamville way of man, we let them be them. We don't need
Yeah.
no big hit. We don't
Yeah.
need to. You don't need to. Let's reel that in. Let's give him a little bit more coaching. Let's give him a
Mhm.
little bit more direction because there was opportunities that were available to him and he missed them. Like the Sierra joint, I thought one should have been at the end because the,
Mhm.
the placement of it was out of whack. It should have been
Right.
at the end. And
Right.
then they should have taken Sierra's part when she first comes in, cut that, and that should have been the hook as opposed
Okay.
to just an instrumental. It should have
Mhm.
been, you ain't never been this. That should have been the hook. Why the fuck didn't anybody think to do that? Cut, copy,
Yeah.
and paste that shit. I don't give a fuck if he walked out the studio. Go do it when he in the bathroom. Like,
Mhm.
fuck it. Risk your little engineer job, bro. Like, cut that shit. He would have had a hit. But it just it was a letdown, and he's a dope ass rapper. But there's a lot of hopes and there's a lot of things riding on his shoulders, and he couldn't carry the weight.
Let me intervene. JID don't do it for me, man. Not completely.
That's fine.
I think he's a skill rapper. He's dope, and I've given him chances. But when I listened to this album, it didn't grab me, right?
Right.
Just like how Wale at first didn't grab me, right? But it's not saying that he can't because Wale, this album right here, I'm saying, how many years has Wale been out?
A minute. That 08, 09 era,
Like shit,
that
about 15
blog
years.
era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he, later he ended up grabbing me with his music, but with JID, I just haven't been grabbed yet.
Okay.
I know he's talented, but I don't like that whole I'm forced to like him because he's lyrical, he's different, he's like Outcast. Well, Outcast made hit records, nigga.
Yeah, for
Outcast
sure.
made records that grabbed me.
Bodies of
JID just
work.
bodies of work.
Yeah.
JID, I heard he had one of the best albums of the year, but it just didn't do it for me.
It didn't do it for me either. And the bar is high for him because he's so skilled.
Yeah.
And so you think, oh, he's skilled. He's got the right people in the rooms and this, that, and the third. He needs to be coached. This is where Dreamville needs to step in and give him an A&R.
A&R. So do you think that Dreamville doesn't have A&Rs?
Man, I heard them talk on, I can't remember if this was Cole's podcast that he did or if this was something else, but or it might have been one of the artists. I can't remember, but they talked about how the Cole and them are very hands off. And they let you pretty much do what you want to do. They're not going to tell you to make this type of record.
Right.
They're not. It's going to be all however you feel. You throw them 15 on this CD, we turn it in. There's no pressure.
Got you.
Sometimes you need a Phil Jackson to come in there like, yeah, Jordan nice. He nice, but you need a Phil Jackson to come in and like tell him what he doesn't know yet. And I feel like JID needs that. And if he had that, he would come with better projects because he's too dope. Because he is dope. He too dope to come out with shit that I'm not fucking with. Because he right up my alley. Like you said, Outkast, and he kind of gives you Kendrick vibes a little bit. Like I fuck with them, like, but the body of work, it's not matching.
Yeah, it's just not, man. And like I said, I like JID. I really do. I think he's dope. Like he can rap his ass off. Ain't nobody taking that away from him. But it's something missing there. And maybe like you said, it's the A&R shit. So I'm with you with that.
I think so.
100%.
Couple of real quick too.
Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri, Magic City let me down.
Oh yeah.
That let me down. It was cool, but it let me down. The clips on YouTube gassed. It made it sound like it was a goddamn classic. It's gonna be cooked up.
I could have told you that wasn't gonna be nothing though. Cause listen, man, how can I say this? You know how Nas and Premier, they're doing their thing, right?
Yeah.
They're doing something that people want from them, right? Jermaine Dupri went back and tried to make the music from the throwback to make it feel like the old days, and it feels forced. Nas and Premier don't feel forced.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Jermaine Dupri, that whole Magic City, and even Metro Boomin's Futuristic City Summer or whatever, forced. It's like
that had a couple joints on it though.
It did. Don't get me wrong, it did. But overall, after I listened to, okay, this sounds like I'm in college. If I want to hear back when I was in college, I'll go listen to Travis Porter. I don't need Travis Porter and them to make new music to make me feel like that. Because all I'm gonna do is be reminiscent of it and go back and listen to the old shit.
That's fair.
Yeah. So that's that. But yeah, y'all let us know in the comments what you feel. What was your most disappointing album of the year? Shout out to Cold Chillin' because I already know his was Nas's DJ Premier. I already knew his was that. Okay, so let's talk about overrated. Now, when we talk about overrated artists, the people, the person or whoever that people put on a large scale that had a lot of hype, but they just didn't deliver for us and they just are overrated. So the most overrated artist of the year, CJ, who do you say is that?
I have Nas, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
He's over Mass Appeal, and I love what they're doing over there. And they had a Legend series where they dropped 7 albums from legendary acts: Mobb Deep, Slick Rick, Ghost, Raekwon, of course, the Premier joint. Bro, none of these albums made waves. None of them. He went 0 for 7. And I mean that with all due respect to the OGs, the legends. He tried to pull a Kanye when Kanye had the Wyoming series, and he dropped Pusha, Kid See Ghost. You know what I'm saying? Though at least 2 to 3 of those hit. Nas tried to make a moment with this. The way it was gassed up, like it was going to have an impact. It was a tree falling in the woods with no one standing around.
But do you think that when you say impact, of course, are you talking about sales?
Of course not. I don't look at sales for damn near anybody anymore. I stopped that when streaming came out. I'm saying because I don't know what the Wyoming shit sold. I don't know what Kid See Ghost sold. I have no fucking clue. Like I just know it was talked about. It was lauded. People talk. People were excited to hear Kid Cudi and Kanye together, and overwhelmingly, it delivered to those who were checking for it.
I think that these albums are delivering for those who are checking for it. From what I've seen, I don't listen to Mobb Deep, right? I don't listen to Ghostface, but Ghostface had a solid project. I listened to that, right? Big L, that was old shit. But then
That's my point. Like that's when you got I got the new Big L album coming. I got the new, you naming all legends,
and they
OGs,
put out
pioneers.
some of these people, like what I've been seeing is a positive reaction. Nobody said that these albums are not good. So it's unfair to compare that to Kanye West because Kanye was on a major label for one, and the people who Nas needed to hit with those releases, it looks like it's landing. These aren't
I
the people
can't
that's going to
tell.
be streaming. These are people who buy vinyls, buy merch, all that stuff. I've been seeing a good resurgence when it came to that. This is a part of the whole ageism and rap thing. This is a big movement that's
No,
going
it
on
was
right
not
now.
a big movement. And this is why it's overrated. It is not a fucking big movement, dude. I promise you.
It
It's
is
not. There's a way
outside
to
of
make it a big movement. There's a way to do that.
I
Just putting out the album is not enough. That's what I'm
okay,
saying.
but I think that you're looking for and I know you're not a hit guy, right?
No, I'm not.
But that's the only way to really just capitalize on. If one of them landed on Billboard top 10, if one of them had a hit single that generated buzz, I'm seeing nothing. So let me ask you this:
What was
if
the
I
hit single on Kids See Ghosts, bro?
huh?
What was the hit single on Kids See Ghosts? What was the
Well,
hit single on Pusha T's Daytona? What was the hit single?
the Drake, the infrared shit, it was a lot of controversy attached to it. Period. The cover, the album cover had Whitney fucking Houston's bathroom. Kanye did a whole rant. It was so much built up off of controversy. The Drake and Pusha T battle came from that album. Don't do this, bro.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Yes, it
That had
did.
already happened.
Infrared is the reason Drake made what was that?
Oh,
Duppy
Duppy Freestyle.
Freestyle. Yes. That was a direct response to Duppy Freestyle.
All right, I'm gonna look that up while you talk.
I know you ain't trying to rewrite history, bro.
I can't remember. That's all.
You can't. Okay. Yes. That Daytona came out in like May of 2018.
Okay.
Drake responded, and then you remember because Drake didn't he drop Scorpion like June of 2018?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that came from that. So what I'm saying,
Okay,
it was
you're right.
a whole lot of controversy surrounding those releases. All of them got positive feedback. I'm looking at the feedback because I'm not it's making a way for older artists to come in, get interviews again, be talked about again. I think he hit the goal with that shit, in my opinion.
And that's why it's overrated because I don't think I think I don't say I'm not saying all of them need to be slam dunks, but you can at least get one. You can you get one dunk? One? Because the most talked about one is the Premier Nas for all the wrong reasons, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Ghostface had one that was talked about though. Supreme Clientele. I saw Ghostface everywhere.
Yeah, it was. It ain't nowhere near Supreme Clientele 1. That's what people were saying, bro.
Yeah, but it was still solid. Everybody was still saying that. But anyway, we can go back and forth with that all day. Let's talk about who I feel like is the most overrated artist of the year. NBA YoungBoy. I feel like he's the most overrated. The reason I'm saying this, if you remember when we talked about him recently, we made a video saying he's overhyped. You had a bunch of NBA YoungBoy fans in the comments trying to defend him. So it's a put up or shut up thing, right? If he had that much impact, like y'all saying that he does, how come his records, his hit records, I'm not playing them as a DJ. Not only am I not playing them as a DJ, I can't even name them. Yeah, I know NBA YoungBoy has this movement going on. He's selling out arenas, all that stuff. But the big reason I'm saying this is because Birdman said, "Oh, he's the next Lil Wayne." Not even the next Lil Wayne or Nicki or Drake. He said he's gonna be surpassing Nicki and Drake. That's just not possible, especially with the climate that we're in right now. So I just feel like the hype surrounding NBA YoungBoy. Shout out to him. I think that
he's doing his thing for sure.
Yeah, for who he appeals to, phenomenal job, my nigga. You're doing a great job. But for me, if somebody has that 50 Cent first coming out impact, if somebody has that Drake, DMX, Eminem, New Kid on the Block type of shit, Jeezy, come on, man. How come the music isn't being delivered to everybody? And I don't have to be a certain age because you had some niggas our ages, and well, my age at least.
Very few.
Very few.
Very
Come on,
few.
man. Y'all just hating. Y'all just like, how about his music just isn't going to getting to the people you think it should get to?
It's funny. I went the old head route and you went the YN route with this overrated discussion. So we're on opposite ends of the spectrum. And with the numbers that he did on that tour, the tour did numbers, even with cancellations and
Oh yeah,
a couple of like security issues or whatever the case may be. It still did numbers, bro. The YNs was word for word in the crowd.
oh yeah,
Nike stock went up off the goddamn shiesties flying off shelves. Black Air Force Ones are sold out everywhere, bro,
for
because
sure.
niggas was trying to get in there, crying at the shows and shit. I mean, look, I don't get it. I'm not a fan. I would need someone to put me on. Like
Yeah,
I need a YN to throw me like a 10 NBA YoungBoy 10-piece like playlist and be like,
right.
this is why he's dope. And I'll
Mhm.
check that out. But
Yeah,
other than that, though, it's over my head. The stuff that I've heard doesn't do anything for me. So I feel you on that. They
yeah.
somebody he the next star, he the next. It's like no,
No,
that's done. It's a
yeah,
wrap.
because I've been sent music, and I'm like, bro, I can't get jiggy with this. Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
like all that yelling and no,
that nigga
I'm sorry.
mad as fuck, bro. That nigga is angry. He need
Yeah,
therapy.
I can't do it. But anyway, those are our overrated artists of the year. Now let's move into the song of the year. Now when we
This was
talk about the
tricky.
yeah, it is tricky, but that's why I did it. I wanted to, try to be a challenge, you know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah,
we say songs of the year. What y'all should do, everybody who's watching right now, go to your Apple Music, YouTube Music, however you listen to music, and look at what song you play the most. Or just the first song that comes to your mind. That's what I did.
yeah.
Uh, and I had a couple. I'm gonna go first.
Go for it.
My favorite one, probably, I would have to say, is FICO off the Clips album with Stove God Cooks.
Yeah, that's my guy.
That was
Yeah,
one of the dopest hooks.
yeah,
And the song was so short, but just the lyricism in it, the beat is unique as hell.
yeah.
And then I just hadn't heard a hook like that in a minute. Fresh Prince Jacket Boy, cook them till the inside out. That that was
Cold.
cold.
Yeah.
Cold. My runner up is Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
I thought they came out in 2024.
It was the end of 2024. So I really count that song. It got number one. It hit number one in 2025. Bro, if something comes out at the end of November, you
That's
can't just say that's
2024.
the song. No, it was only like a month and a half left for 2024. If the song comes out and then it goes okay, let me ask you this. If I win a Grammy for a song the following year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't it count for the year that it, like if I came out with a song in 2024, I should be a part of the Grammy Awards for 2024, not 2025, right?
It depends on when the cutoff is.
That's what I'm talking about.
When is
So
your cutoff then?
the cutoff for me, if you're gonna have a song of 2024, right? That shit would have had to have came out no later than like October. That's the cutoff for me, like the beginning of October. The end of November, New Year's is like a couple of weeks away.
Hey man, drop
If
that
that's
shit
a
before
song
then.
that you played all year, you have to play it pretty much for a majority part of the year. Maybe not even October, like it maybe like September. But if it rises to prominence the following year and it's only been a month, get out of here. You just don't like you don't like the song, right?
No, the song is fire. It's a layup. You can't
Oh,
fuck
okay.
that sample up. It's impossible.
Yeah.
That's the shit.
So you're telling me that can't be my song of the year, even though it was performed at the
You
Super
just wanted to
Bowl.
mention Kendrick, and that's fine.
It was
We're here
performed
now.
at the damn Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
I
The
forgot all about that
GNX
performance.
the GNX tour was this year.
I didn't know. I missed it. I didn't hear nobody talking about this shit.
Yeah, a whole stadium tour, something that
I mean,
your goat never did. Okay,
went over my head.
yeah, exactly. Clearly, go ahead.
When I hear song of the year, I've got one that I thought was really dope, and then I've got one that I just heard everywhere that I really wasn't a fan of. But
Mhm.
the fact remains that I heard it everywhere, and that's Wham
Yeah.
Whammy. I heard that song every fucking where.
Really?
It was a super popular song down here, and not just at high school pep rallies. Anytime I went to any brunch spot, and of course we are in Atlanta, and this is an Atlanta product, so that's probably half of the battle right there. I
I'm
heard it
just gonna show
everywhere.
this one real quick. I gotta show that one. He mad Kendrick sold out Toronto twice. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, so Wham Whammy, it was a big record, man. Pluto, shout out to the young lady, she did her thing.
Yeah.
One of my favorite joints of the year, we just gonna go favorites. I'm gonna go Friday featuring Meek Mill, Proud of Me. Meek Mill talking about his dad, one of the dopest verses of the year. I
Mhm,
know Meek gets a lot of shit for how he acts outside of the booth, as he should,
mhm.
but he's still a pretty dope lyricist. And then last but not least, Part Next Door and Drake, Somebody Loves Me.
All
Listen,
right. I knew you were gonna sneak Drake in there
listen.
some kind of way. That shit is
Song of the
whack, bro.
summer.
That song was not good, bro.
I'm talking to the ladies then, man, because they loved it.
Who? My lady don't love it. My wife don't love it.
The ladies loved it.
We listened to that on Valentine's Day. She never asked to hear that shit again.
She listened to it in private.
Okay. I
She just
checked
knew
her
you didn't want to
streaming.
hear it.
I like she showed me her streaming. Drake was nowhere on there.
She got a burner phone. That's
Okay.
what she listened to it on.
Oh my god. No Kid is not your favorite song of the year?
Nah, that was just a single. But that was a dope song though, for sure.
I thought that would have been top on your list.
Drake putting another young person on, man, giving them another look. Lead the league in scoring, man, but look at my assist.
Party Next Door has been out for how many years?
Nah, the dude on Nokia, that was a no-name
Oh, but nobody, he wasn't, they didn't name him, there's no featured. Who is that? Who's that?
Listen, the industry knows.
No, they don't name him. What's his name?
I'm not in the industry.
Exactly. He said, listen, I'm not in the industry.
Not in the industry.
I don't even know who. I don't think nobody even knew there was another voice on there. Like they hear it, but they thought it was Drake using auto-tune or some shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Who's
hilarious.
calling my shit?
But anyway,
that shit did go though.
Yeah, I'm surprised it ain't number one. All right, y'all. Let's go to the artist of the year. Okay. Artist of the year. Let me start it off.
Go for it.
Now, CJ disrespected this man earlier, but I got to give it to Nasir Jones.
Wow.
Yeah, Nas had a impeccable run, and not just because of the releases that he put out, but his verses on each one of those projects. And you know, if we're gonna go outside of music, just the whole the things we talking about artists, right? Musically, I thought he was dope for this year because each one of those releases, he had a standout verse, especially on that Ghostface album. You remember I sent that You Abandoned?
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
Oh my god, like just
that was tough.
It was prolific, right? And then he ended it off with this is like the hardest I've heard him rap. He rapped hard on the King's Diseases, not taking that away from him, but this one, I just feel like I was watching his interview with Joe Budden, and he was saying, like, Joe Budden was like, man, you really popping your shit on here. And he's like, yeah, like I really wanted to do that this time because X, Y, and Z, like sometimes, you know, rap sometimes is about being braggadocious. And I don't, you know, you know, he's humble for a lot of the times, but he's like, hey man, I'm the one who invested in tech first before everybody else. Ring camera, you know, I'm an investor, I'm a mogul. You never heard Nas rap about him being a mogul. He's popping his shit off on this album, which he should, you know what I'm saying? And he's such a humble individual. He shows love to everybody, even Sexy Red. He gave Sexy Red a shout out. But
yeah,
I think,
on the female song.
Yeah. And then I just like what he did in general, despite if you feel like those albums didn't land or not, it was constructed in a good way. These artists got money. Everybody was excited to work for him, and he helped push the whole ageism ain't a thing in rap no more, because this is the most each one of those artists have been talked about in years. De La Soul, Raekwon and Ghostface always talked about. They, to be fair. They are shit. Are they always on top 10 lists, top 5 lists? Wu-Tang always get talked about.
We sure?
You don't think so? Yes. Like
in 2025? What year are we talking?
They just went on tour. What are you talking about? I always see Wu-Tang. Method Man is in damn Power and shit. Like Wu-Tang.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's true.
Yeah, they always get talked. They had a series. Like what I'm saying is they're always in the conversation of something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. Yeah. But anyway, that's my artist of the year, hands down. Who you got?
This one was tricky, man. I was looking at. I've got one that I know a lot of people will probably agree with, and then I have a dark horse. The one that I think a lot of people agree with is Malice. He's been out the game for a minute. I know he's been releasing things independently at one point in time. No one checked for them. We weren't really here for the faith-based music. It might be good, it might not. I have no idea. I was one of the people that didn't listen to it. But so to hear him take 16 years off from the Clips, do what he was doing on the album, be at the age at that where he is.
Yeah.
Again, the lines have been blurred with age in hip hop.
Oh yeah.
He's going crazy, and he always has been nice, obviously. But it was refreshing to hear them two together again
Mm-hmm.
and he was getting the flowers that he deserved for just being dope as hell.
Yeah.
He did his thing on other features too. I think they were on the Tyler the Creator
Yeah, they were on there.
Tyler. Yeah.
Yeah, they were on there. Yeah.
And so just Malice did his thing. I guess a lot of people just didn't see it coming because there's a world where that clips comes out and Malice sounds washed. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? There's a world where something like that happens. It's like, he ain't really got it. You know what I mean? So good
Yeah.
for him. My dark horse though,
Who
G
you got?
Herbo, bro.
Oh, okay, I don't even listen to him. What has he been doing, like features and
He's
all
been
that
on. He was
stuff?
on with the Helly remix just recently. He was on 21 Savage shit. He's
Mm,
on. He's got a fire verse on Polo G shit. He put a project out called Lil Herb. Called Herb. That was dope. He dropped the app where people can download, where people can like a pay app for
mhm.
his music exclusively. He got crazy double-digit thousand subscribers like in the first day. It was a brilliant move. I'm shocked more artists don't do that. But he was on several features. He was on Lil Baby had him on a feature. It's called One of One. He's shitted on Baby's own shit. Like
And
he
is he
has
from Chicago? Is he from Chicago?
yeah, for sure.
Okay, okay,
He
yeah.
has improved greatly, in my
Mm.
opinion. So I paid. He was on my radar early from a verse early in the year that I was like, damn. I was like, wait a minute. He sound like that now. Like damn.
Mm.
And so I paid attention from then. So I understand completely if people are listening like, what? But he caught my ear early, so that's why I paid attention and he was spitting. So I give it to him, man. But Malice, I would probably say I'd give it to him just for the years he took off.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I don't like. I would say that as well. Outside of Nas, because that's Nas was my pick, but Malice did have a comeback. If you're talking about
There you
comeback of the
go.
year,
That's fair.
nobody's touching Malice
Facts.
because,
That's a good
like
one.
you said, just the build up for the Clips album, and he was the one that shined, and I could see Pusha's the glare in his eyes, like my brother's really getting his flowers. Nobody really saw that coming. I mean, we knew Clips was putting stuff out. Pusha T always put out solid bodies of work, but
Absolutely.
with Malice we didn't know the gear he was going to be in when he come back. Is he going to rap about religious stuff? And I think he did a perfect blend of street
I
plus
agree.
religion. Like,
It
but
wasn't too preachy.
yeah,
It wasn't also, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't like corny, but it also wasn't, super duper brick talk. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was a nice balance.
yeah. And he kind of cussed a little bit, but not really. He would say the N-word a little
Agreed.
bit, but I think he did good. And just the way he, talked about, he mixed the church in there and talking about, what I'm saying, you got his story at the end of the day. And
Yeah,
I
I
think that
agree.
that was admirable. I really did love that. So I got to give a big shout out to Malice. I think he did his thing just lyrically. It's like his verses were golden. Every verse that he did was
Facts.
golden.
Just
Yeah,
hit a hit, bro. He
they
went
hit.
crazy on that project.
Yeah, he did. He did. So shout out to Malice, man. He's definitely one of the artists of the year, if not the artist of the year. Now, this is
Absolutely.
the fun part right here. What we loved in 2025. Okay. So in this segment, we talk about what we love, moments, music, whatever, right?
Yep.
So I have a few listed, but I'm gonna let you go first, CJ. You go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah.
The return of verses, number one, was a thing that I loved.
Okay.
I was a fan of verses, and I thought that I love the format, I love the platform, and there was 100. I feel like it stopped too early.
Mm-hmm.
It stopped too quickly for all the politics and all the shit they had going on, bad business. So to see it return in the way that it did with
Yeah.
No Limited Cash Money, which is my era,
Yeah.
I have been asking for a label versus since it started. I'm
Mm-hmm.
on record asking for that. And then the world got to give No Limit their flowers because they got to see how fucking dope and how street, how hard their music was.
Amen.
So yeah, that was a thing for me. I'm hoping for big things from Versus. I don't know if they can ride the momentum. I know last year it was supposed to be Jermaine Dupri and
Versus
Puff.
Diddy. Mm-hmm.
That was going to go down at MSG. Like that
Mm-hmm.
would have been a dope ass look. But again,
Crazy.
we know what happened with that. So back to the drawing board. I still think there's a lot of meat off the bone that they can pick from. And so I'm looking forward to hopefully them capitalizing off that.
Okay.
And then the second one, real quick, was Thug and Lucci coming home and squashing their beef.
Mm.
There's no money in that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's more money in working together than it is in the beef shit. So seeing Thug come home off a case a lot of people kind of felt was, trumped up or whatnot. We still don't know what the hell all was going on with Lucci. Like I don't even know. They were just hiding him for whatever reason. But to
Right.
see them two come home, I did like Thug's interview with Bank. I
Oh
thought that was the
yeah.
most transparent he's ever been. That's the most he's
Ab-
ever talked in life. I respected it.
absolutely. Yeah.
It was a
Very
good
good.
interview. And then
Yeah.
to see Lucci come home, I'm more of a Lucci fan. I'm not really a Thug fan, but
Mhm.
Lucci came home, put out some solid music or whatnot, and it was just good to see him. I was at the Hawks game, Hawks and Pistons, and he performed at halftime. I was like, oh shit, damn, look at Lucci, that's funny. So
Yeah.
it's just good to see them home. I don't want to see nobody locked up for no dumb shit. I want to see niggas getting money with their family. So I was here for those two things. I love those the most this year.
Okay, cool. Speaking on mine, I got a few. First thing is Young Thug's jail calls, the
Oh
leaked
yeah, that was
jail
funny.
calls.
Oh, that
That
shit was
was
funny.
probably the most entertaining thing that happened in the culture this year.
That
Just
was funny.
like
And social
those
media
leaks,
went crazy out there.
social media went crazy, like
Yep.
ape shit. That was the most entertaining. And then it was the suspense. Who else is he talking about? When
Yep.
else is gonna drop? And it was like a 5-day run, like a whole week. It was like
Facts.
a whole week and a half of just calls dropping. And it was just great to see his perspective on things because we've never heard this stuff before. Him talking
Exactly.
about Drake, him talking about Kendrick. And what I loved about it, these were just natural conversations. Nothing was forced,
Yep.
but you almost thought it was promo or publicity or something like that.
Yeah, because honestly, a lot of that shit, and I respected what he said too on Bank when he was like, bro, you gotta understand, like, and I kind of got this vibe my damn self. Like he's locked up and niggas is outside winning, bro. Like Gunna
Yeah.
winning,
Mhm.
like nigga, everybody just outside. Baby, if he don't feel like rapping, you don't have to. Like a lot of the dudes he was around and he was coming up with are winning, and he's locked up behind some whatever, maybe some bullshit, maybe not, who knows. And it sounded like he was hating on
Mm.
80% of those comments. But in the space he's in, I see how even the strongest person, you get locked up in the fucking 23-1 long enough, motherfucker. Like you think you
You'll
cool,
start yeah.
bruh. You think you not you ain't got no hate in your heart. You think, man, you'll be surprised how that fucks with your brain. So I did like that he kind of explained that shit. I respected it. And then
Absolutely.
apologized and publicly.
Yeah, yeah, he stood on it. He stood
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
So that I love the success Kendrick had this year performing at the Super Bowl, the highest viewed Super Bowl performance of all time. He went on a remarkable tour. This is the hater segment when CJ's just, he's very that's a hater. You see, HATER came out of his mouth when he young. So Kendrick's Super Bowl performance, phenomenal. Kendrick's GNX tour, phenomenal. Highest grossing hip hop tour of all time. Yes, indeed. I
Inflation.
went. It was a great experience, and I can't wait to see if Kendrick drops some more heat. I love Clips. I think that they single-handedly eliminated the ageism in hip hop on the mainstream level.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? On the mainstream level, Pusha and Malice eliminated that whole ageism thing. As soon as they did, now Nas had stuff that was gonna come out, right? But I feel like they gave the alley oop for the spotlight to be on Ghostface and De La Soul, just the whole mass appeal thing. This is the most I've heard OGs talked about on a large scale. And I think it
Mm.
started with that Clips album. They brought back traditional rollouts again. You know what I'm saying? They really just showed you what it was like in 2003 when you had to get out there and grind.
For sure.
And then, of course, the Nas and the mass appeal stuff. I love that. And then the No Limit verses. No
Absolutely.
Limit showcase now that the game has shifted from shiny jewelry. That's one reason I think Young Thug and them are kind of fading out right now because we want grit right now. People want struggle music. It'll change back. It
Yeah, yeah,
goes
yeah.
in tides, you know what I'm saying? But now we're on that boat of, the boat's tilting over to feel struggle, pain, mental health, like all that shit. That's just where we at right now. When we got out during COVID, everybody wanted to be outside, we wanted to party, turn up, but now people want that hardcore shit right now. This is an opportunity for like a DMX type of nigga to come through,
Yeah, I agree. That's a good one.
yes. So shout out to that. But those are my most loved moments of the year. Now,
I respect it.
this is another one of my favorites right here. What we hated, okay? And I'm gonna start this one out.
Okay.
So this is a list of what we hated, what we hated to see, moments, music, whatever the case may be. My first one is Kendrick Lamar versus Drake convos. Now, me, I love making money from it. I love getting viewership from it. But my timeline nowadays, like people just, especially academics, he's the worst with it, creates narratives, says stuff, you know what I'm saying? And everything is Drake versus Kendrick, versus Kendrick. And I know it's going to be like this for eternity, but I feel like there should be an artist right now that takes that away. You know what I'm saying? This shouldn't be still the number one topic for a year. You know, we're going on 2 years next year. So I'm tired of the Drake versus Kendrick, numbers versus numbers. Both of them are great. Did it hurt Drake? His sales, not his sales, but it hurt him. It did. If it didn't, he wouldn't be talking about it or addressing it. Yes, it did. You can shake your head all day, but Iceman is his album right now is anticipated from his Drake stance to see if he can make a comeback. That man has not came back yet. Don't give me that. Oh, he's the most streamed artist. Yeah, that's his old catalog. No hits. He only had one hit this year.
He only had one hit this year.
No kill. Yeah.
Man, when the bar is that high, when you only had one hit this year and you dropped a collab project, that's R&B, and you're a rapper and you only had one hit.
Okay.
And you were still the most streamed artist on both of the top two platforms. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's an off year, y'all. This is what an off year looks like in year 15.
Okay.
Nigga averages 30 and 15. This nigga averages a 30-point triple-double in year 15, and it's an off year.
Yeah, so shout out to him. Yeah, he did have an off year because if he didn't, guess what? The lawsuit wouldn't have happened. Why are you suing? See,
I'm surprised you didn't have that under What We Hated.
Huh?
I'm surprised you didn't have that under What We Hated was the lawsuit.
Well, no, because I expect that from Drake. Like, Drake is just Drake. You already know how I feel about him. I didn't hate the lawsuit happened last year.
Well, I mean, it wrapped this year. It spilled into this year for sure.
Okay, so now about Luther. How come I can't have Luther as my favorite song for this year then?
It came out last year, bro.
Okay. All right.
Is it my turn?
Going. Oh, no, I still got a couple more. The Diddy documentary. Just the whole Diddy talk, like I'm really tired of it. The man is in jail. That 50 Cent shit is lame. It keeps getting debunked. A lot of the stuff just keeps getting debunked by Torre and niggas who's actually there. You know what I'm saying? That's happening daily. The hip hop is dead combos that happens every year. Oh my God, there are no songs charting in the top 40. Oh my God, there hasn't been a album that hit since 1990 that's not number one. All that BS. And then my number one has to be DJ Academics hyping up Drake, because everything that he's been saying about Drake, literally nothing has came into fruition. Nothing. Everything he said, it's to the point where I stopped like watching any clips from Academics when it comes to Drake, just Academics in general. Like,
were you watching Academics previously?
Well, no, I was watching, like, his clips will come up and I'll be interested in some of his perspectives on things, because he would have the insight on Drake and all this. Literally everything he said since this battle about what Drake is supposed to be doing has not happened. So I'm tired of
it's interesting you're pointing out the Drake glazer, but have mysteriously omitted any Kendrick glazers that's out there. I find that very interesting. But go ahead.
No, but okay, there's Kendrick glazers. Everybody got glazers, right?
And you should be sick of them. Point them out. Glasses Malone. Point them out.
I'm not sick of him. He says the truth. He says the truth. He says a lot of truth. I agree with most of what he said.
Elliot Wilson, the white dude, and DJ Head made a podcast literally based in hating Drake.
Not hating Drake, about the battle. Everybody
hating on Drake.
Everybody got numbers from the battle.
They started a whole podcast, and that shit was here today and gone tomorrow. Motherfucker, no substance. Okay, no nothing. Let's see if we can dick ride Drake. Let's see.
The Drake versus Kendrick battle.
Jay-Z this, Jay-Z that.
Let me ask you this: if the battle didn't happen, would they have made that podcast about Drake? Since they hate him so much?
No, they hate on him.
No.
You get traction by hating on him. That's what I'm saying.
I asked you something specific. I said, would they have made that podcast? Because I agree with you, it came from the battle. But if the battle did not happen, because anybody can make a podcast hating on Drake, would that have happened?
But that gave them a reason to, because it was cool to do that, because that's what sheep do.
They
follow what they see is going online by people with no faces in their Twitter avatars. They follow what those people with bots are saying. That's what I'm saying.
It was off the battle. But anyway, go ahead with your list. Go ahead.
Rest in peace to their bullshit podcast.
It was not bullshit. That shit was introspective, but go ahead.
Thing I hated, piggybacking off the verses, was it being cut short.
Oh yeah.
I needed that 20v20, dog. Like, don't do me any kind of way. Let's not act like they don't have the catalog. If y'all were going to do a 10v10, there's other acts that would have gave you a strong 10 that don't have 20.
Right.
That would have made more sense.
Facts.
So that was a letdown. The mid-ass Super Bowl performance was,
Nah,
dog.
no, it wasn't mid.
Y'all niggas
That's
gassed. I'm talking about BP 93 premium gas.
it was a great Super Bowl performance.
You didn't see it? Look, it turned into an American flag. Y'all didn't see the crowd had the American. You didn't see that?
We're talking about FBA lineage. CJ, are you FBA?
Of course. What are we
On
talking
both
about?
sides, or on both sides of your family?
Yeah.
You sure it's not Cuban or anything like that?
No.
Because the only way somebody would say they didn't like it and going that hard on it, because you saying you didn't like it at all, right?
Y'all gassed. I don't think he makes stadium Super Bowl music. So no, I didn't like it. I don't think he's the right act for it.
How come he went on the stadium tour?
I don't know. I don't know why y'all wasted y'all money to go to this shit, dude. SZA. That's why.
SZA wasn't on these.
SZA.
SZA wasn't on these last. SZA hadn't been on that tour for the last few months. Do you know that?
No, I haven't paid attention to his shit.
Exactly. SZA has not been on those shows. This has been GNX, just Kendrick Lamar. What's your answer to that?
North America, it's been SZA.
It has not been SZA. How come it's still grossing higher? He's doing the more numbers overseas than he's doing right now with SZA.
Yes, they got him working his ass off. The nigga tired. His feet hurt. His back hurt.
I ain't asking about his physical ability. I'm talking about him going overseas without SZA. You can't use that. Try another.
They're working him like a mule, bro. He's tired.
In stadiums with crowds of 50,000 people. Like, how do you explain that? If you don't make stadium music, you don't make stadium music, how can you do stadiums?
Listen, he doesn't make Super Bowl music.
How come he's the most highest viewed Super Bowl?
Because we want off the beef. What are we talking about? What?
Oh God. All right.
Next.
Just hating. Keep going.
Another thing I hated was rappers we lost this year.
Oh yeah.
R.I.P. DJ Unk. R.I.P. Young Scooter.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Irv Gotti.
Man, he wasn't a rapper, but yeah.
I mean, but you know what I mean in the culture.
Yeah.
So definitely R.I.P. So yeah, that always sucks.
Angie Stone, D'Angelo.
Oh, exactly. Both of them. God damn, same year. They share a kid. It's crazy. And then last but not least, Jello fumbling his 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
There's a world.
Wasn't that February or was it January?
That was January, February.
Yeah.
But he could have ran that. Yeah. Had he played his cards right, at least through the summer. And he would have been good. He would have never had to make another song. He'd have been cool.
Yeah.
He fumbled the shit out of that. He should have listened to me. Follow your boy Animal_Brown on Instagram. I gave him the blueprint. He didn't listen. Better luck next time. Actually, there will be no next time.
No, it's done. No, it's done. That'll never happen again for him. I don't know about any other NBA player, but that's dead.
Lightning in the bottle, bro.
Lightning in the bottle things. If you don't catch it right then, it's over with.
It's over.
Nah, that's done. But that's what we loved, what we hated. One of the last things we're going to cover is the movie of the year. Now, this is the number one movie that you've seen this year or your favorite, not the highest grossing, not the highest rated, just your number one. CJ, why is it Sinners? Yeah. Why do you feel like Sinners is
why is it Sinners? Because that's the answer. That was the cultural phenomenon of the year. I feel like we get one of them once every probably 2 or 3 years, maybe a little more. But it was a cultural phenomenon. I loved it, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. There was a lot of hype leading up to it. I watched it and I was like, oh no, this shit is fire. Michael B. Jordan had his best performance
ever.
Yeah, period.
Ever.
Go all the way back to fucking preschool.
Hardball. You can go back to Hardball.
Go back before all of that, nigga. The plays at his fucking kindergarten. He has never acted the way he did in this shit
ever
in life.
Yeah.
So he had the performance of his life. Salute to him.
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler stays. I'm saying undefeated. I know the second Black Panther was in, but I'm shooting him some bail because of the circumstances.
It was still good though.
It was, but it you could tell they had the audible. And so it showed, but it was still solid.
They had to improvise for sure.
There you go. Yeah. So to me, it was Sinners. I love the commentary. I love the way it could have been interpreted this way or that way. Like that's what good art is supposed to do. It just worked. Real quick, runner up. And I didn't see everything, so let me be clear. I saw a lot, but I didn't see everything. I really enjoyed 28 Years Later. That's the third sequel to 28 Days, 28 Weeks. That 28 Years was fire. I'm waiting. I'm ready for the next one. Supposed to come out next in January. And then F1 was super entertaining. It was essentially Top Gun in a fucking Formula One racing. I don't know a damn thing about Formula One racing, but my guy from Snowfall was in it. Brad Pitt was in it. Highly entertaining. Big screen IMAX shit. Looked like I was riding in the fucking F1. Oh, shit. It was dope. Highly entertaining. I didn't see One Battle After Another with my boy Leo. I heard that was superb, but I didn't see it yet. So I'm late to the party with that. I'm gonna check that out on HBO. It might make my list by the end of the year, literally, because I'm gonna watch it in a couple days. So that's kind of my favorites of the year.
Okay. Mine, of course, is Sinners, and to me, it didn't really have hype leading into it. It had hype after it dropped.
Oh yeah, the hype hit max after it dropped. That's true.
After it dropped, it was crazy because I wasn't even gonna go see it, but my girl, she was just like, "Let's go, whatever," right? Because it's Michael B. Jordan. I know I love Ryan Coogler, but I'm not. I respect Michael B. Jordan, and the movies he's in are good. It's just I'm not a fan of his acting skills.
And real quick, the super chat, you have to be on J Red. You got to be on Red's View YouTube for the super chat, right?
Yeah. On the Reds View one. My bad, y'all. Because if you're watching it from Who Gave You a Podcast, you couldn't see the super chat. But yeah, you have to go to Reds View. I should have made that clear. My bad.
All good.
Yeah, so we should. We'll do that next time for sure.
For sure.
But yeah, Sinners, just phenomenal. The clothing that they had in it, it really felt like the costumes is crazy. And I knew what it was kind of about, but you know what my favorite thing to do, CJ, when I don't know about movies and I just go and watch them in the theaters and then I'm mesmerized that afterwards. That happened to me with Denzel and what was the movie? He was just killing a bunch of people. Not the Book of Eli.
Man on Fire?
No, he was kind of Equalizer. The first
Equalizer. That was a shit.
Yeah. I just went because it was a Denzel movie and people were going. And I was like, damn, that went hard. So Sinners, there's no movie competing with that culturally.
But it was a dope movie, period, too, though.
Just period, period, just all together. It's
gonna be on the top 10. It's gonna be a lot of people's top 10, top 5 list.
Yeah, the cinematography was incredible, and I really want to see if they do spinoffs. I'm not asking for a sequel, but just spinoffs. The spinoffs would be dope as hell.
Well, who though?
What were the brothers doing before they got there? Like them going in Chicago. Shit like
okay.
That.
Now that'd be hard. Yeah.
Stuff like that. And then they
were in Chicago with Al Capone and like that'd be
all
hard.
of that. That would be great to see that.
That's fine.
You know what I'm saying? And then they came up with some other stuff too. But you got different pathways you can go into with
that's fair.
Yeah, for sure. And then just a runner. I did like Superman because I wasn't expecting to like it.
I did like Superman. I thought that was fire.
Yeah, I thought it was dope. I'll tell you one movie that was trash, low key trash. Fantastic Four.
It was mid. It was Marvel mid. That's what we're used to these last couple years.
Yeah, it is like
it was mid as fuck.
Yeah, like I wasn't feeling that one. I went to, and it was it didn't need to be made. It didn't need to be made.
No, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah. All right, so those are our picks. The last thing I want to cover, y'all, is who to look out for in 2026. Okay.
Yep.
So when I say this person, I'm talking about an artist, like who I'm looking for an album to drop. Me personally, CJ, I'm looking for J. Cole.
For sure.
And the reason I'm looking for J. Cole is that I really want to know his perspective on everything. He was supposed to drop this album about 2 years ago, I want to say, at this point. The Fall Off. I'm just real curious to what direction he kind of goes into if he is going to drop. A lot of people were saying he was holding off because he was trying to let Drake drop Iceman, and then he didn't know Kendrick. I feel like Kendrick stopped his momentum when he dropped GNX.
Yeah, because we thought the album was coming when he did that podcast, and he re-released those mixtapes on streaming.
Yeah, and I'm just like, when is he dropping? When is he dropping? He didn't went quiet as a church mouse.
That would have been a fire moment, though. Like if the Fall Off is your last album, and the rollout is putting your classic mixtape, like he even put like some of the early shit on, and then you got the podcast telling how that shit came out, and it's kind of like, and then you drop your last album and let that bitch be fire. That would have been a nice ass rollout.
Because it made him, it was building him up to be the person everybody liked again. Because you remember people were mad that he dropped out of the battle, but he was building himself back up. You know what I'm saying? To be that, to go back in. And then GNX came out, and then we hadn't heard nothing after that. So
it's been crickets.
Yeah. So yeah, J. Cole.
So I have a who and a what to look forward to. Who I'm looking forward to is Stove God Cooks. His
Oh
album
man,
comes out February 27th.
really?
Yes, Goat Stamp. I've been rocking with him ever since Reasonable Drought in 2020.
Hmm.
Like, dude is nice. Apparently, he's been stuck in some deal, label purgatory shit. Rock Nation trying to get him out. Jay trying to get him out. Griselda trying to get whatever the fuck. It's coming out February. It was supposed to come out in November, but it got
Hmm.
pushed back to February. I am really looking forward to that. Like, dude is dope. Every time he pops up on a Benny project or a West Side Gun project,
Hmm.
like, dude is he has a very unique style and it's very
Yes.
creative.
Yeah.
So I'm here for a full body of work finally, because even with the Reasonable Drought, it was with Rock Marciano.
Mm.
And then of course Iceman. I'm looking forward to what Iceman sounds like. I'm curious, just like the rest of the world is.
No, we're
And
not. That's not true. But keep
the
going.
world is waiting on pins and needles for that Iceman.
No,
Don't
we're
worry,
not.
y'all. It's
No.
coming. Don't you
Drake
worry about a thing.
stands. Aubrey's Angels.
Don't you
Yes.
worry about a thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And my what am I looking forward to is the return of the MCU. This year, the new Spider-Man movie and Daredevil season 2 come out in March.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for both of those. X-Men 97. I know technically that's not the MCU, but
Yeah. Yeah. Still.
X-Men 97 season 2 is summertime. And
Yeah.
Punisher solo joint is summertime, the
Mm-hmm.
TV series. And then, of course, Avengers Doomsday is this time next year. So I'm hoping for a bounce back year from the MCU as a whole,
Mm-hmm.
because those are projects I'm heavily interested in. Like, all of them, like,
Yeah.
have the potential to be. And if you can nail the Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
nail the Daredevil Punisher shit, the X-Men gonna be fire. And then cap it off with the Avengers Doomsday shit. Like, let that match the hype. I know it's gonna be through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
The MCU could be back by the end of by this time next year. They could be back.
I don't see them making a comeback like they did. But
It'll never match the heights of
yeah.
where it was, though. Let's be clear.
Yeah, for sure. I
It
just think
won't match that.
yeah, Daredevil. I tried to watch this one because I watched the original one on Netflix. Solid. This one was me. It was boring to me. I don't.
Really?
To me, it was boring. Like it just. I
Damn.
don't. I couldn't really get into it like that.
Okay.
I'll
It didn't
check out
bother me.
Punisher. And then going back to Stove God Cooks, I agree with everything that you said right there. Did you like a single he just put out?
I did. I like he put 2 Lucy's out. I fuck with both of them.
Yeah, somebody that they were trashing it though. Like a lot of his fans.
Because it doesn't. Those are Stove God fans that know his sound isn't traditionally that.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me. It came off like anthemic. I kind of liked it. It was something
Yeah.
different. He's experiment. I fuck with it.
Yeah, I fuck with it too. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, a lot to look forward to in 2026. We got some things cooking for sure. I
Absolutely.
got a project I'm releasing music. I got a short film that we're gonna put out. We're putting the finishing touches on that finally. And then who gave you a podcast? We got some stuff to look forward to. We ain't gonna make the announcements yet, but
Right.
you'll be seeing more soon to come. Make sure that you copy you a shirt. We got shirts that are available, so y'all
Yes.
support the show. If you didn't do the super chat today, man, hit us up to get a shirt at least. I'll fix it next time when we do the live stream. So, we'll have the super chat that you can put in. I should have told y'all to go watch it because some of my redheads are watching from Red's View. So my bad on that. We're going to read y'all comments the next time. But anyway, man, make sure that you subscribe to the official channel, Who Gave You a Podcast, youtube.com/@ Who Gave You a Podcast. Also my channel, youtube.com/@ ResView. And follow me on all social media platforms at JAYR3D. CJ?
Yes, sir, man. Holla at your boy Animal_Brown on Instagram. Of course, Culturalist Theory is the platform. Shout out my homie QB. Make sure y'all tap into that on YouTube. Also, if you're in Atlanta or the surrounding areas, pull up and rock with Crates and Convos. Our next live event is January 3rd. And then we coming right back in February to do another one. We planning that shit already. So super dope. Follow me on social to get the scoop on that. And shit, man. Again, it's been a great year. We started this podcast, man. You put the battery in my back to go ahead and let's try it. It's been doing very well.
Yeah.
10 episodes in the can, bro. We just getting started.
Yeah, man, we got over 1 million views, million plus views, thousands of views, a lot of haters, but that's what we did this for the haters and everybody like that. Thank you, everybody who's been subscribing, sharing, following us, man. Y'all been following us, and it's came into fruition exactly like how we said, and it's only going to grow higher. We just started this back in April, and it's been going up. So, man, shout out to y'all. Thank you, CJ, for being a part of it.
No doubt.
And yeah, man, we're gonna keep going up in 2026, y'all. So this is the last episode of Who Gave You a Podcast this year.
Shout out to Lex Green, though. Hold on. Lex Green, my guy. Lex Green 36 dropped a super chat.
Okay.
Triple salute. My song of the year is Clip So Be It. Which version though? Remember they had.
Yeah.
Remember when it first downloaded, it was a different version. People was like, "Whoa, hold on now."
Yeah.
But then he said, also as a big Drake and Kendrick fan, I gotta say it. Kendrick stans are more annoying. Love you guys. Thank you, Lex Green. Kendrick stans are more fucking annoying. You heard
Nah.
him.
No. I
Thank
bet you
you.
if somebody else comes on here, they'll say differently. But shout out to Lex Green though. Shout out to the super chat. I hope he's talking about the original So Be It, because that's another fire song that dropped this year.
Fire. That beat was hard as fuck.
Hard as fuck. I forgot. I might put that over FICO, bro, because that shit
shit
was
hard, bro.
That shit was hard.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thank you, everybody, man. Thank you for putting up to the super chat. We'll do more live streams like this in the future, but like I said, this is the last one for this year. So look back for us in a few weeks in January. We're gonna get this thing together. And man, shout out to everybody, man. This is J Red CJ, who gave you a podcast, Red's View Culturalist Theory. We're signing out. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
New Year. Merry Christmas.